Welcome to Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase. I'm Bob Parcell.
And I'm Steve Furrow.
Thank you very much for watching our program here on Cable 12. Steve and I, several people were very happy about this, have mentioned to us they watched the program in recent weeks, and so we're glad there's some viewers. We know there are, but we're glad when people give us a little feedback. And please, if there's anything you'd like for us to discuss, we're more than happy to try to address that issue, and we would welcome any type of feedback or questions you might have to have covered on this program.
You bet. And we're going to talk about one of those questions here, but I know everybody from last week was curious, Bob. Pancakes and eggs. How were they?
Practice makes perfect, and I think that third breakfast I stopped by enabled you.
They got it down.
Sunday to be prepared.
Yeah.
I just want you to know I'm there for you.
Yeah, there you go.
I know you guys thought I was tricking you by wanting to come by, but it was not about me, Steve.
Fair enough. Well, coming by, speaking of that, our office is located at 195 South Main Street. We'd love for you to come by our office, stop in and visit with us. We have someone dedicated to being there from 8:30 to 5, Monday through Friday. If those times don't work for you, or that you prefer for us to come to you, give us a call, send us an email, Facebook, whatever. Let us know how we can reach out to you, how we can help. If you're interested in buying, selling property, we want to talk with you. Right? Fair enough?
Fair enough.
All right. Bob, let's talk briefly just about the market. We like to try to give it just every week, trying to give an update. I think it's fair to say not a lot has changed from when we shared the information last week to this week. We're still low inventory, right?
Still low inventory, high demand by buyers. We very much encourage buyers to meet with us ahead of time to do the things that hopefully make your offer stronger. I think it's critical to do that because there might be multiple offers for most homes. So not a lot has changed. Low inventory, extremely high demand from buyers.
All right. We didn't talk about last week, and I'm going to just kind of veer off for just a moment, Bob, and talk about this market and kind of we talked about all the circumstances that kind of put us to where we are today. But home inspections are something that has kind of, come in vogue, gone out of vogue a little bit just because there's been low inventory. At times there's been buyers that said, look, I'm going to pass on this home inspection. Are you recommending to your buyers that they have a home inspection?
I do.
Okay.
I currently have a home under contract in Roanoke County. It's a very expensive home. After losing out on 3 prior offers, the buyers made the decision to make an offer without a home inspection, which I think resulted in them obtaining a contract. But, I do advise home inspections when to meet with a buyer and they're real frustrated, the offers hadn't been accepted. If they wish to remove the home inspection contingency, we talked about that, the implications of that, but I'm hard pressed to tell someone to not do an inspection. Right. That's my opinion.
Well, so let's back up for a minute. We get a house, we're writing an offer, we put in there we're going to have a home inspection. What does that mean? What is a home inspection for those that maybe are just tuning in for the first time?
Well, that's one reason we really want to meet with buyers ahead of time to go over all the things that make up an offer. But the answer is you have so many business days to have your home inspection and any requests submitted. You can do a home inspection. We didn't talk about radon, well, septic, termite, but all of those now are the responsibility of the buyer in our purchase agreements. What it means is you have so many days to do all the inspections that you want, the ones I mentioned, which means as a buyer, you contact the home inspector you wish to use. Hopefully you attend that inspection. And additionally, if there's anything you want to request, then that needs to be done in the same time frame.
Sure.
So it's not as simple as it used to be. You have so many days to do the inspection, then so many days to make a request, then so many days for the seller to respond. Now you have X number of days to do your inspection and put in your request, and then you try to negotiate that. Yeah. And so, radon is something some other people do have inspections for, but our contracts kind of dictate what is and what is not allowed to be part of a request from a buyer, and again, you try to negotiate with that seller to fix certain things. But there's really 2 parts to a home inspection: the things that you may wish to negotiate or maybe not purchase the home if it's not addressed. And then it's also real informational, such as where's my main water shut off? How does this GFI outlet get, where is it tripped?
Sure. A lot of good information in those homes.
Yeah, a lot of informational
Sure.
some details you can get just by walking through the home with an inspector.
You bet. And Bob's just giving you a snapshot into some of the things that we talk about at Mountain to Lake Realty. We sit down with you as a buyer and walk you through some of these things and play some scenarios out to help you get you better prepared, so when you do go into that home, you have an understanding of what's going to happen. You have an understanding of Bob's got me taken care of, or the folks at Mountain to Lake got me taken care of. I just need to focus on, is this home right for me or not?
Yeah, and then I think expectations is a big word. I mean, you need to understand, in our current Roanoke Valley Association of Realtors purchase agreement, the seller has no obligation to fix things as a result of inspections. They do not. And so, as a result of those inspections, if you just know that the seller is not obligated to fix those things. If it's, for example, the roof leaks, the heat pump doesn't work, you'd have the right to terminate the contract. But just, I think in this market, expecting a lot of things to be done across the board might be the wrong expectation to have.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. That's fair. Well, Bob, let's wrap up that home inspection, package it up, and let's move on and talk about
I'm sorry, let me mention one other thing about home inspections. Right. Our purchase agreements do have an option if the buyer wishes to do so. As a result of the inspection, they can walk away at their sole discretion. A better example might be, let's have an extreme example. A house has caught on fire and you're buying it. And so you have the right, after the inspection, to say, I'm not going to buy it at my sole discretion, as opposed to trying to negotiate something. So I guess an example might be you're looking at a house in terrible shape, might be an option to walk away if you don't like the results of the inspection, as opposed to trying to negotiate with the seller.
Sure, sure. No,
but again, that's just all the more reason to meet with us ahead of time, so when you find a house that you want to pursue, all these things are second nature to you. You understand what your choices are, and we're filling in the blanks because we've talked about them extensively ahead of time.
Yeah, we're ready to go. Ready to go. All right, guys. Well, Bob, let's jump in here and let's talk about some properties.
That's a good idea.
So this first one we're going to talk about is a unique property. It's a commercial listing. It used to be a church campground campus, and I say used to be. It still is, but the new owner could certainly want to go about creating whatever they wanted here. We've talked to folks about this property and the potential use for multiple things. But this is Leesville Road. Sits on 14 acres. It is in Bedford County. It actually has a Lynch Station address. This is Leesville Road. I'm going to show you just a few pictures here of some properties, but you've got a nice kitchen mess hall area. You've got a nice large gym, recreation area there. A nice amphitheater, multiple football and baseball fields. Properties you've got, well, there's just a lot of different things here on this 14 acres. You've got multiple dorms. You've got multiple things going on here on Leesville Road in Lynch Station. We're going to head down to the lake now and talk a little bit about Waterside Drive. It's a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath. It's on a little over 1,800 total square feet. It is in the Fairway Bay subdivision. Very nice condo you see here. And step inside. Get a chance, before we do that, when you step inside this home, you get a chance to see a really nice open floor plan there on the entry level. You got 2 bedrooms upstairs and an additional a bedroom or you have 2 bedrooms and 2 full baths upstairs. We step outside, you get a chance to see this nice area here overlooking the lake, Smith Mountain Lake. You do have your own boat slip, deeded boat slip with this property on Waterside Drive. In addition to the boat slip, you've got the amenities associated with that. You've got this nice clubhouse area, the beach, and dock area is certainly a part of the amenities there at Fairway Bay. This is Waterside Drive in Manita. We'll talk a little bit here about commercial property on Old Franklin Turnpike. Well, you've got 1.5 acres. This is a unique listing in that not only are you buying the property, the buildings, etc., but you also have the opportunity to purchase the business itself. This was Smith's Auto Sales. It's a great location here on 40 East, there on Old Franklin Turnpike. The home you see here is 1,568 total square feet. It does sit on 1.5 acres. You've got a two-car garage here that you see to the left, and down underneath there is an additional 2-car garage. I'll show you this picture here. A little over 600 feet of road frontage on Old Franklin Turnpike, and when you're thinking about commercial property and the ability to be seen, access, this is a great discussion point here with this property, in that you're a great location, lots of traffic, sitting here on Old Franklin, 1.5 acres. Love to talk with you about the property and the business if you're interested here on Old Franklin Turnpike in Rocky Mount.
Next, we'll travel a little north of Rocky Mount to this nice brick home, the intersection of Virgil Good Highway and Ormac Lane, very close to the Wirtz Road intersection, very close to where the county has a new business park being developed. 6.43 acres, some great views from this property. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bath home, great view of the side and an attached 2-car garage. Another good view of the back of the home, showing us multiple sunrooms. Again, 5 bedrooms, 4 full baths, almost 6,000 square feet of finished square footage, 6.43 acres, and several detached buildings as well. And again, great location, good views. Ormac Lane, a little bit north of Rocky Mount.
So we're going to head on from there on Ormac, and we're going to head to Walnut Grove Drive. This is a 5-acre listing. A very unique log home. It's 3 bedrooms and 3 full baths, a little over 2,300 total square feet. Lots of privacy. You're at the end of Walnut Grove Drive, which you guys, from a standpoint of, you've never been there, at the end of that drive, it is as quiet and as private as you're going to find anywhere in Franklin County. A great porch, side porch, and front porch that you see here. Great place to entertain, great place to hang out and take in all that this private location has to offer. The unique features about this property is this detached garage workshop area. There are multiple rooms, there's multiple access points. You've got spot here for 2-car garage here on the back side of the property. The front side actually had, you get a chance to see here, but the previous owner, he actually had his own forge there and did a little blacksmith work, which is, I thought, pretty unique. But if you are into, you got your house and you need a place to kind of hang out and maybe get away, this would be a really, really great option for you here on Walnut Grove Drive.
Next, we'll come back to Rocky Mount for one of numerous commercial properties we have within the town limits. Great location here, area of high traffic on North Main and Circle Drive. Nice brick building, built in 1999. It has 2 heat pumps that have both been replaced since original construction. Over 2,800 square feet. And the layout could easily be modified. It's 16 paid parking spots in the back. This was used as a probation office until recently. The reason it's available is the probation office needed to expand and move to another location a couple miles away. But again, the layout could easily be modified. Currently, it's set up as 12 offices with a reception area, conference room, break room, 4 half baths. But again, that could easily be changed if that layout didn't suit you. It's zoned GB. And it has lots of parking, and again, nice brick building built in 1999.
We'll take you to a really unique property in Lillian Knapp Road. This is in Henry, but you've got a nice 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,959 total square feet, sits on 8.87 acres. A really nice, well-maintained brick ranch home you see here. And the unique feature of this home, this property, is that you got to appreciate the brick ranch home, but you got to appreciate the outbuildings here that go along with it. You got a nice 2-car garage, workshop here right next to the home that you see. Just really unique. It's got its own paint booth. It had a wood workshop underneath. So there's a 1-car garage door underneath, but very, very unique property there, a unique building. Workshop there on Lillian Nav. As I talked about, 8.87 acres. So, you know, if you had cattle, goats, horses, whatever, you see the stream here. A great place to kind of have your own little farm. And then no better place with a farm than a barn like this to be able to house all of your equipment. You're not far from Philpott Lake, so you've got a great great place here to store
Put
your
your
boat.
fishing boat in there, Steve.
Yes, sir.
It would even hold all those fish you would catch.
Yeah, it would. I was thinking, Bob, we could put my boat and your wife's boat in there if we needed to. This building is truly one of a kind, and certainly something that you got to appreciate. I'd love to own it myself. But this is listing on Lillian Knapp Road in Henry.
Next we'll travel to commercial property on Craig Valley Drive with 5+ acres. Actually, 2 buildings are involved, so a real unique listing. Really good opportunity here because, again, 2 commercial buildings and 5+ acres.
It's in Newcastle and Craig County is where this is located. You get a chance to see the building there. And
I love this picture here.
6,000 square feet in there, Bob.
Yep, total of 9,400 between the 2 buildings, I believe.
That's correct.
This obviously shows you the nice concrete flooring and lighting in the building, lots of storage to say the least. And that camper shows you the size of the building. It's kind of like having a pool table in a family room. You really can get an idea of the size of the room with this camper in there. The room dwarfs it.
That's right. That's right.
Anyway, so we'll be happy to give you more details. 5+ acres in Craig County and 2 buildings. Here's the second building.
Shot of the second one. Both heating and cooled, so great. Lots of opportunities here on Craig Valley Drive.
Yep. Next we'll come back to Rocky Mount for another commercial listing. This one's zone CBD and similar to the property we showed you a minute ago on Circle Drive. This one has ample parking as well. Several commercial buildings in town have had sparse parking. This one has at least 20 parking spots, 7 on the right on Diamond Avenue, and then at least 13 on the backside over towards the granary. I'm sure a lot of viewers recognize this as the former Arrington Flowers. It has 2 walk-in coolers. One could easily be removed. Over 3,500 square feet that's finished. Part of the roof is metal, one part is a rubber roof. And the industrial gutters were installed in 2020. All the square footage is on 1 floor. Just hope to keep belaboring the same point, but the parking is so good here. There's no steps to get in the building from the 3 different entrances. And we'll be glad to give you more details for this commercial property in the high traffic count of Franklin Street, Diamond Avenue.
So now we're going to head to Longleaf Drive. It's on 0.47 acres. There's 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, a little over 2,000 total square feet here on 2 levels. It gives you a chance to see you've got a nice front porch entrance there in Longleaf. We'll step inside and give you a quick shot of the kitchen. This was a kitchen that was recently updated with new countertops, some great stainless steel appliances. And then who doesn't appreciate a great back deck, Bob? This not only have a great back deck, but you got a nice covered patio on the back side of this home. A really great feature, and this home is one of those that came on the market, didn't hang around long, was under contract within a matter of days. And this is a Longleaf Drive.
Yep, now we'll travel to this home on Sidon Circle in Oakleaf Manor subdivision. That's going to be in the city of Roanoke off Cove Road and Oakleaf Drive. This home was built in 2002. It's a two-story brick and vinyl home with a total square footage is 1883. Nice paved drive and attached two-car garage. It went under contract quickly. It's a 3-bedroom, 2 full bath, 1 half bath home. Nice open kitchen. Patio on the side. Freshly painted interior, new carpeting. Not surprising, went under contract quickly. Again, we work with buyers and sellers in areas outside of Franklin County, including the city of Roanoke where this home is located.
Here's another pending property, got on Hilltop Drive, a great location there in Franklin Heights. They're in Rocky Mount. This is 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, a little over 1,620 square feet. That's on 0.45 acres, but a really nice brick ranch home here. And again, great location there in the Franklin Heights subdivision. You get a chance to see the living room here, and who doesn't appreciate a fireplace in the living room? We talk about it all the time, Bob, on the show about how things crisp and clean. You want to let the new buyer or the prospective buyer have an understanding of this home has been cared for, it's been looked after. You take one look at this picture right here, and there is no doubt this home was loved, it was cared for, it was taken care of. And that's, well, that's all you can ask from that standpoint. This is a shot of the lower level there on Hilltop. The sellers have done a great job at looking after this. Of course, talked about the great location there in Franklin Heights, and here you get a shot of the back of the home. You've got the nice screened-in porch, sort of little nook, secluded nook there in the backyard, but just a great property here on Hilltop Drive in Rocky Mount.
Next we'll travel to Claiborne Avenue in Rocky Mount. This property is zoned R2. Backs up to Mary Elizabeth Park. I've been in this home quite a few times, as I mentioned on the show. I'm very familiar with it. So, nice 2-story home, and also it has an apartment in the lower level. Altogether, it's a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath home with 2,900 plus square feet. Nice wood floors, large kitchen. Has entrances to all 3 levels, again zoned R2. Good rental possibility there for sure.
You got to appreciate the location. I mean, the proximity to all things going on in downtown Rocky Mount. Great.
Yeah, walk out the door and go to pickleball, tennis,
You bet.
swing set.
I was just thinking about that.
Were you?
Yes, sir.
Maybe we can get you there on the swing set one day and put that on the show.
Will you give me a push, Bob?
We will now move on to Falcon Ridge, where this home, I've shown it several times. Steve mentioned the house on Hilltop, and this one shows very well also. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. I really like that covered front porch and the nice side porch as well. 1,044 square feet. Again, home shows very well. Nice, very usable yard. Also has a detached carport. But again, this home has 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, full walkout basement. It's under contract. We hope it closes as scheduled.
So this is a fairly new listing on Webster Road. It's 0.47 acres, 3 bedrooms and 2 full baths, a little over 1,000 total square feet. And, another one of these homes that, well, the owner's done multiple updates to the home. And when you step inside, you get a chance to see some of those things very well here. But this is a shot of the kitchen. There's new flooring, things throughout this home. And who doesn't appreciate a great backyard? We talked about the deck multiple times on some of these listings that we have. But this is a great back deck. You got a nice privacy fence there. 0.47 acres, so you got plenty of room. You want to get out, a fire pit, maybe cornhole, horseshoes, Bob. Your horseshoes?
Horseshoes for sure.
There you go. There you go. But this is Webster Road, not far here from the Cable 12 studio.
So we'll travel to 6 Mile Post, just outside the town limits of Rocky Mount. 1.3 acres, extremely usable. There's a carport on the right, there's a garage underneath, full walkout basement is unfinished. There's wood floors. The owner is in the process of having a new well installed. It's on a shared spring, that's being resolved. Roof is 2019, gutters were put up this year. Heat pump, I believe, is 2018. A lot of good features in this 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with 1,334 square feet. Good view of the open floor plan as you come in from the carport. And again, there's 1,334 square feet that's finished. And I believe it's a little over 1,600 unfinished in the lower level because again, you have that garage under the carport. A lot of homes don't have anything under the carport. This has a garage underneath. A lot of activity on this home, good price range, a lot of good features in this property. There's a good view of the back of the home, the garage underneath.
That 1.3 acres, Bob, is very, very usable acreage. It's something that
sure is.
You got to appreciate there. Got some elbow room to kind of stretch out, maybe get your, stretch those legs or fly those legs, give them an opportunity to get out.
I agree. It's extremely usable. It's a nice yard. It shows very well.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about Webster Road. This is another property, has 1 acre, not quite as big as the one Bob has there on 6 Mile Post, but this 1 acre is extremely usable as well. You've got 4 bedrooms, 1 full bath, 1,700 total square feet. You've got upper level and lower level. So it's on 1 acre. You get a chance to see the front here. Of course, we talked about the value of the back deck and what fun that can bring. Here we are with the storage shed. Here with this property, I think that's like an 18 by 24, if I remember correctly, Bob, but plenty of room to store your lawn equipment. Maybe you have a garden here with 1 acre. A lot of folks got their fingers in the dirt these days trying to get that garden ready to go. This is Webster Road. Here again, not far from Cable 12.
Steve, I think you're working with the buyer on Mary Coger Lane. Why don't you tell us about this house? Is that true?
Yep, we're working with that one. Didn't work out, but Miss Haley was able to get it back under contract very quickly.
But you're familiar with it, I'm sure.
You bet, I am very familiar with it. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, a little over right at 1,000 total square feet here. But great location. I mean, you're not far. You're not far from anything here at Mary Coger Lane. If you're familiar with where Mary Coger is, that's off of East Court Street. But we get a chance, we see this front here, we step inside, get a chance to see the kitchen area. It does sit on almost at half an acre. Here on Mary Coger Lane, you do have the detached 2-car carport there in the back. A great location here, and wishing hopeful that the contract we have is going to hold together and have a new owner here shortly.
And speaking of great locations, it's hard to beat the location of this property, the intersections of Old Franklin Turnpike and Route 122. And I'm sure a lot of viewers of Cable 12 know that, I guess it's decades ago, this is a residential area, but now there's Walmart, Lowe's, Kroger, etc. Same thing for this property. This is zoned commercial. It's obviously 2 houses on the property. They certainly could be fixed up and used as rentals. But with some recent commercial sales, such as where Starbucks is located, highest and best use might be the use of the land. Again, the commercial potential is certainly there. We'll be glad to give you a tour of these properties and go over the commercial zoning that's there. And we'll do our best to accommodate your schedule with that. There's a great view of the intersection of 40 and 122, high traffic count.
All right. Well, Bob, I think that's going to kind of wrap things up today for, this Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase. We certainly appreciate you being here and sharing your knowledge with us.
My pleasure, Steve.
And
thanks for all the viewers, too, and Cable 12.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say, for all you viewers, we certainly appreciate you. We look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, take care.